Going live, going live. We are live. Bonjour, mes amis. It's been good. Yeah, that's all you're gonna get. You got yeah. Have you heard Johnny Cash does Barbie Girl? That's a pretty good one. Yeah, that's classic. Jeez, get off his dick already. Yeah, he is very pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. Yeah, that reminds me when I was like 18 years old and I was working at a bar and the owner started like dancing aggressively with some guy's girlfriend. And then the guy wanted to like beat the owner up and he was like the biggest, like he was a mixed martial artist and he was like as tall as I am but made of like solid muscle. And I just looked at him like, please don't beat up my boss. I have to try and stop you and I really don't want to. And he was nice enough to let me leave with my life. Yeah. He pays me money to not let you kill him. Yeah, pretty much. So odds. Is it? I haven't given it a chance yet. I'm always.
Orville last week.
Oh, I haven't seen the new season, I don't think.
It's fantastic.
How many seasons are there now?
I want to say 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's the most recent season that I haven't seen.
I think it's called like New Horizons.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, that is such a good series.
Yeah, the Orville goes hard. It's
I love
exactly what
it.
you want sci-fi opera to be, space operas.
Yeah.
But funny enough to keep your interest.
Yeah, it's like Star Trek but dirty. It's Star Trek with dick jokes.
I always got to remember when we transition from one video to the next that I have to change all the settings. I just like a minute into this, I was like, "Oh, no one can hear anybody but me."
Oh no! All of my small talk wasted.
Yeah, that's.
Oh man, and the whole intro. Do I need to redo the intro?
I mean, you can, but I'm just gonna edit it once it's not live.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can do that.
I don't know if you can, but okay.
Apologies. Sorry. Like when we transition right from one video to the next, I got to remember to switch everything to the same audio track.
Now, in OBS, isn't it? Because if you have different scenes for each one, you can have those individual scenes preset. So all you'd have to do is switch from one scene to the other, right?
This is true. I just used the same scene for recording the Ravenlofty stuff because it's all set up at the table. Yeah. All I have to do is change the background. Right. So I was just like, oh, this is easy, but
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, normally we don't jump right in from one to the other, so.
Yeah. Yeah, damn.
A little bit of behind the scenes talk for you fans in the audience.
Yeah, that joined immediately and hated everything about me. Like fucking Sengoku.
Not necessarily. I mean, look, we have a nerd fan base. Like,
we have like
nerds
one or two solid fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to those fans out there, we love you.
Yep. Yeah, at least one of the 5 people watching right now absolutely adored it. And that person is definitely me. So, anybody else have anything interesting happen in their week? Like maybe a new server became active and has immediately sucked all of us so deep into it that we spend hours and hours a day playing it.
By all of us, you mean two of us?
Yeah, 2 of us.
Yeah.
Look, I like Conan.
So the Conan server is live. So I guess we'll let people know when we're ready to open it up to the fan base who are part of the Patreon.
Yeah, some of us are still making and editing content, you sons of bitches.
I'm editing content, it's just taking a while because I'm scared.
When have you in the last 3 days? Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I have Lightworks open currently because I've been editing on it all day.
Yeah, I need to do the finishing touches on the episode of Played Up that I started last week. So, but yeah. Yep, and now that I'm back from my vacation in California, I really do need to start getting, more seriously to work on some of the longer projects that I have intentions for. So, like the 7 Days series, which, should be a really good time.
Yeah, get to it.
Silence.
Your false promises. That's what
I know. Well, and at this very moment, I almost want to put 7 Days on the back burner again and start working on like a Conan series. But that's just because that's where some of our heads are at.
I'm totally on board. Just record what you do. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Well, and logistically, like I was talking to Wyatt about maybe, doing a more specific narrative, and then recording. So getting some more focus on the role-playing aspect rather
more
than
background talk for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy us actively planning content we're putting out to you guys. All 5 of you watching. 4, 3.
Oh no!
Oh, it's us.
Yeah.
All us watching.
I don't watch.
Yeah.
There's one person.
It's true. Oh no!
Yeah, you know Phoenix doesn't watch or like or
You
subscribe
expect me to watch and like my own content? Fuck no.
or our content, anything.
Anything you do, I'm here to support you, just not in the way you want me to.
Phoenix is like, that sounds a lot like an opinion, so I'm afraid
Phoenix
I
is
can't
the-
partake.
Phoenix here to support us not the way we don't want it. Phoenix is the old lady from Midsummer who pushes the guy when he's fucking.
Mhm.
Wow.
Grabs on hand, each cheek, stroke. Oh, what?
Please stop helping.
That's such a weird fucking scene. I don't know if you guys have seen Midsummer. That movie's fucking
No,
terrifying.
I don't think I have.
No, I saw Wicker Man, which is the superior film.
Oh wow.
You should watch Midsummer and say that.
I mean, does it have Nicolas Cage punching ladies dressed as a bear?
It's got a lady who actively courts a man by putting pubes in his tea.
Wow.
And then there's a room where they consummate, and an old lady grabs both of his buns and pushes him as he's going.
Wow.
It's
like AIDS with the copulation.
it's really weird.
She's
There's
like,
also just a room full of
gotta
people.
get deeper.
Also, for Wyatt to enjoy, it's got a blood eagle in it.
Oh. Yeah, Wyatt was the one who taught me what that is, and oof. Yeah, that's
Only Wyatt could
lot.
bring that up in casual conversation.
Oh no, we were watching Vikings.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I could just Wyatt, like, have you ever heard of a blood eagle? Let me describe it in graphic detail.
Yeah,
You guys ever heard of a brass bull?
No.
You ever
just
hear
gonna
how the
bring that up
Minotaur?
in casual conversation?
You ever hear how the Minotaur was made?
Something tells me I don't like where this conversation's going. Can't put
Probably.
my finger around it, but you know.
Yep. Welcome to the Unkindness of Idiots, where we are idiots with dick jokes.
Mm-hmm. That's our specialty.
It is. We love them dick jokes. But then, who doesn't?
So, yeah, in my world, what I got up to this week is on to second round of interviews.
Woo!
So we'll see. I should be getting an answer with some sort of, I think, potential offers on the table. So we'll see whether it's a good fit for me. And
what type of business is it?
It's like back in like security, like
Well, yeah, but it's what type of business is it, or would you be security for?
Still retail, like in like
okay.
kind of like the loss prevention world. More of a more like safety and stuff though for this position.
Okay. Nice.
I won't name names until I I probably won't name names until I lose the job. Like I did last time. I was like, I worked for a company, and then when I was done with it, I was like, it was Nordstrom. Because I can't.
Well,
Grand reveal.
Yeah.
This time, the grand reveal, it's not Nordstrom.
It is not. They do not have any stores open in Canada. Hence my joblessness.
Exactly.
But what if you move to America?
Oh, well, then I'd be assured.
Ooh.
I guarantee I could get a job with Nordstrom in the U.S.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And then I'd probably lose it when they go out of business in the U.S. in a couple years.
You're right.
It's inevitable.
Yeah. It's the circle of life. Yeah.
But yeah. It's been weird wearing a suit again, though. Putting on the monkey suit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't worn a suit since my last funeral.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I wore a suit to my last funeral, actually. I haven't worn a suit in forever.
Yeah.
I don't know that I own a suit.
You just had a funeral in like pajama bottoms and a wife beater.
No. I've got jeans and a button up.
He's got that business casual wear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can imagine it's the t-shirt with the tuxedo print.
I do have one of those.
Of course you do.
It's not like a tuxedo. It's like it's for St. Patty's Day. It's a green tuxedo.
Oh damn.
You brought your
Yeah.
you brought your mourning machete to the funeral.
Yep. That's the machete that's completely intact with no dents or nicks in it
Mhm.
Yep.
because I've never used it. It's to
Wow.
fight off death. That bitch
Yes.
never shows up.
Mhm. It does
Not
at the
yet.
funeral.
No, I was just too late.
Oh, fair.
Oh, yeah. How about you, Wyatt? How was your week?
Been dealing with car troubles,
Oh,
You have a car?
fun stuff. We've had some car issues. We had to have a mobile mechanic come and check things out. We had to switch out some spark plugs. Had to. We tried alternating the coils, ignition coils, and now it could be an injector issue. But things are at least the weird, sad noises that were causing Victoria to be panicked on the way home, which are
oh,
no longer making the terrifying noises, but it's still having difficulties. So, like when it's going, very noticeable that there's some misfires, especially on uh, spark plugs 2 and 4, and so they're going to come back out tomorrow and keep looking at it, but they're able to fix the issues up to now. So we feel pretty good that the next step will not require us replacing any huge parts. So things are hopefully going to be in the better direction.
Good.
So that's been good. Aside from that, I've been mostly just been either writing or just kind of reading, relaxing, taking it easy.
Some of the coin blade stuff.
Yes, I am working so fucking hard. I
yeah.
am so goddamn excited.
Oh yeah,
whenever
it's looking
I've
fantastic.
been- it's been giving me a lot of fun, a lot of joy, just getting into it and writing it down, getting things assessed. It's been just such a fun, writing, just like the most me RPG that I could make. It's really made me very happy writing the most Wyatt. What does Wyatt want? Well, Wyatt loves this. Wyatt wants that.
Yeah.
And so it's been a genuinely like other projects I've worked on. It's cool and I like it. I'm not sticking with it. It's cool. I like it. I'll publish it. But this has been something that's just like I've been like driving at and been very proud of, very happy about, and will happily be playtesting and running and doing things for it. It's a lot of fun.
Grabbed you by the balls in the good way.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah. What's more Wyatt than blood-soaked fields littered with dead corpses and sorrow?
Adding a comedic dark humor to it.
Exactly.
And what's more Sky than finding love amidst all of it?
Exactly.
My God, yes. Literally, you meet the character Thelmar, and then you're like, I want his dick.
Accurate.
So fun.
Classic Sky.
Meanwhile,
I was
as
like,
everyone
he sounds hot.
Meanwhile, Phoenix is the captain, and I very much enjoyed him being the one who's been like, all right, kids, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sengoku being our classic dwarf with a shotgun has been pretty great.
Oh yeah. I love firearms in a fantasy setting. Like there is something otherworldly about it. It just it's so cool.
That ancient Daka.
Yeah.
The Ancient of Daka, exactly. That's been what's going on in my neck of the woods.
Nice.
As far as your cargo, I assume this is all a byproduct of you trying to convert it into a whale hunting ship.
Obviously.
Yeah. You put it
Yeah,
into
it's
you
been
launched
roaring like the ancient seas.
you launched
Yeah.
it into a lake, and now it just won't start.
Listen, what I do with someone else's property is my business as a pirate.
I want to call you out as bullshit, but that sounds pretty piratey.
It does. That
Exactly.
is accurate. That is.
Like the road warrior, you can call me the road pirate. I am Ahab. Get the fuck over here, whale.
Exactly. What you don't want to be in landlocked Oklahoma? Too bad. You do what I say.
You do as I will it.
Yep.
My will be done.
Tasteful.
Mhm.
Hail Christian.
Thank you.
Blessed be his name.
Blessed. Praise him.
Pray.
And he prays.
Yeah.
Do a praise.
Just don't take the body of Christian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I made that mistake.
Actively failing.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. It's
You-
not a good plan.
You know, what I like to believe is that in Norse cultures, it's by Thor's hammer. In Celtic culture, it's by Morgan's staff. I like to believe with Oz, by Oz's testicles, or by Oz's balls. Give us, or Oz's
By all
fat ass.
shining
I
head.
believe it's
Oh.
by Oz's
the badass.
beard.
Oh.
By Oz's beard.
By Oz's beard.
Blessings of Oz's taint upon you.
By Christian's cock. Let's get to it.
May his grundle warm your hearth.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I also like the big ass part. It's like by Osmond's big ass.
No. For that one, you don't say by Oz. You say big ass. Because we all know who you're
Brought to
talking
you by
about.
Oz.
Brought to you by Oz.
By the fattest of asses.
By the booty, it's Oz.
Oh, that's great.
What booty? Jabooty.
That booty.
My
By
glorious
Oz's
badass.
shiny head.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Like Bender's shiny metal ass, we
Too
have
far.
Oz's glorious ass.
Which shiny head?
Yes.
Giggity. Yes.
Yep, and the and the beanie that sits upon it.
Do you have a little
Always.
beanie for the other one?
I don't think so.
No. That's unfortunate.
I should get one though.
Yeah. Winter is coming. It is dark and full of terrors.
I'll
Yeah,
sell it
that's
as a
what I've
cocksock.
heard.
Yeah.
Wait.
Winter is
Oh.
queer.
Yep.
Can confirm.
Yeah, well, you would have to tell me. I currently live in Florida, and we opt out of winter. We choose not to participate.
That's why your bloodline is weak.
Exactly. Yep. I will be relocating from Florida within the next few months. Or moving back to Texas, so I will no longer be a Floridian. I will leave behind
You're
me
always a Floridian. You're
Right.
never not a Floridian.
You know, that's fair.
It's infected your bloodline. You're a
I
thing
sup-
now.
I suppose I have to get arrested at least once before I leave. Otherwise, I was never a true Floridian.
Yeah, if you're not snorting bath salts off a hooker right now, what kind of Floridian are you?
I am failed Floridian.
Mhm.
I've never even ridden a zebra.
Shame.
What?
Fuck yeah!
I just hear like Wyatt like randomly yelling in the background.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a lovely
How-
week.
It has. Yeah, it was my first full week home. So, lots of resting and sleeping and no packing. I should be packing. I need to start packing. But yeah,
Why are you moving anyways?
because we can.
What does Florida? But Florida has everything you need.
No. It's there's a number of reasons. But like, we were pretty happy in Texas, and we don't have anything tying us to the area anymore. So we can live anywhere, but we always liked, the area around Houston.
We
And
live in Texas instead of like Ohio.
right, I wanted to buy a house in California, like on my parents' street, but no, my husband didn't want to go for it. No, but no, it'll be nice because the medical field around Houston is really good. So like it takes you 6 months to see a specialist here in Florida. Hopefully it'll take a lot less time than that when we're in Texas. So
Well, I'll never know what that is like because I've never been to a doctor.
never?
That's
Not that I can remember.
Wow.
I think he just means in like
Didn't
many
you go to the
moons.
hospital like a little while ago? Like last year?
I'm trying to think.
You got hit by a-
shocked horribly.
You got shocked.
Oh, they didn't see me. I went to the hospital. I did not go inside. It was the emergency room, and they were like, "Yeah, you're fine."
Oh man.
Oklahoma sucks.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've
Yeah,
not
that
been examined. You know, that's not true. I got a physical when I started my mechanic job.
So that'd be
So
like
that
what, 2
counts as-
years, 3 years?
Yeah, 2-3
That
years
counts.
ago.
Yeah, 2-3
Wow.
years ago.
How intensive are your physicals? Like, I'm just curious.
There was a piss test, and then they looked at me, made sure I could see fine.
For drugs or what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they
to
don't
make
want
sure he
you
wasn't
to have-
pregnant.
Hmm.
Exactly. They don't want you to be on anything while operating such heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just curious. It's very
They
rare to
didn't
find
touch my
jobs.
balls though, so I don't think it was a physical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened
I've
for the
seen
first.
any movies.
Yeah, that happened for the first time when I was like a full blown adult. I went for a physical, and the doctor was just like, "I'm just gonna grab your balls now," and I was like, "Wait, what? This isn't.
Nobody has ever.
This isn't
No
part
doctor has
Even
ever touched my
adult.
balls.
of. This isn't part of the
Wow.
normal exam."
I thought that was supposed to happen in high school.
I don't know. I never had someone touch my balls until this old man gave it.
Like they were supposed. Like if you did sports in high school, there's like you got to go through the physical day. We got to check your testicles. We got to check your prostate.
What? They don't check your prostate. That's
No.
for a
they're
teenager.
not-
Usually
they're
that's
not-
over
Oh, no.
40.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
I have some bad news for some of the athletes at my school.
Oh no.
You just met some guy in a lab coat behind the school one day, and he led you into a van.
Oh no.
Gotta check your prostate now.
Oh no.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
No,
I
but
will
hey-
say one thing. Prostate cancer is on the rise.
Yeah.
Get checked. If you're over 40, get your balls checked. This is not anything but a genuine thing.
Yeah.
We've unfortunately had several people that I know that have come out and found that they have testicular cancer, and that it was, something that they could have looked out for, could have taken care of.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. And that comes from a guy with fucked up genitals because of situations. Well, not more accurately, the insides of my genitalia.
Right.
But
well,
yourself
it's not
checked out.
it's not even the genitalia itself, it's more the organs
Exactly.
that are remotely attached to the genitalia.
Your prostate sucks, and I hate it. I hate my prostate, and you should hate yours. Get it checked.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and like even over the summer, one of my cousins had to have testicular surgery because of cancer. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's way common.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to say that. Don't worry. I'm not drowning the mood. I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit
yeah.
is
Check.
fucking terrifying.
On the plus
Have your
side,
prostate checked. Constantly feel up your balls and your breasts, even if you're a dude.
it makes you more aerodynamic if you lose one.
You're right.
I mean, it worked for Lance Armstrong.
Exactly.
You know?
And he didn't even need the drugs for the latter half of the ride.
Yeah. So it was all that drag. He had real meat. His meaty clackers were just slowing down his ride.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
less of a meaty clacker and more of a fucking like one of those old clocks that swing side to side.
Yeah.
A pendulum.
He was rocking a sea skiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that being weird, and speaking of weird,
I was like, how are you going to
that's a
segue?
transition.
How are you going to segue out of that one?
Oh, well, and it's bringing us to tonight's topic. My culture is weird, and this title comes from something that my firstborn said a few years ago. When I told him, stop being weird, and he said, but you raised us weird. It's our culture. And I had to think for a second. I was like, you're right. Carry on. So tonight's topic is, what are the things that you do in your daily lives that you think are normal, but other people think are weird? And when I first suggested this topic, we got into a discussion because
you're a sociopath?
Because I'm a sociopath who apparently sociopaths sleep with top sheets. No, I think you mean that because I have OCD, and one of the things before I started antidepressants, that was one of my things, was I had to make the bed before I went to bed. And it wasn't any other time of day. It was only I had to make the bed before I went to sleep, so that all the corners lined up and things like that. Because if things got askew, I couldn't sleep. And that launched out a discussion about my psychopathness and and apparently not everyone sleeps with a top sheet, which still blows my mind.
Doesn't make sense. It's such an unnecessary extra piece.
Right, but it feels good on the skin.
Like, is your duvet just made of sandpaper? Like, what is... My duvet's super soft. That's all I need.
Right. No, it's some of it is that when I was growing up, it was about layers. So if you slept if you slept cold and you needed more layers, you would have the top sheet and then a thermal blanket and then your top blanket. And that insulated so that you would be warm. These days, living in Florida, no one in my family here sleeps with a top sheet, so I've kind of fallen away from it. It ends up kind of just, shoved into a corner on my bed. And now that I am not as OCD, it's a little bit easier for me to just kind of, flip the blanket over me without having to make the bed.
You speak of cold,
it sounds much more. Go ahead.
I was just saying, she speaks of cold like she knows what it is. My sweet summer child.
Oh yes. No, I am a spoiled Californian.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Central Valley, where it never snowed. Go ahead.
It's definitely a concept that makes more sense in like a temperature, like a climate, or like a climate controlled area. I've never worn one. When we go to sleep, my girl, she puts her heavy weighted blanket on her, and I put my big black blanket over myself. My feet stick out the bottom of it because I want my feetsies to be cool, and I go to bed.
Yeah.
That's how I do it, but I understand everybody sleeps a little differently, but that's how we do it. I don't use a top sheet. Sometimes if it's really like cold, like a winter, quote unquote, don't know real cold, I will concede. That is an honorary Canadian. I can pretend I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
Taking a like a little, like one of those little blankets, like a little fuzzy ones, and we just put them over our feet, and then we're good.
Oh, funny. Yeah, I do that a little bit too. I will in the winter layer my blankets. See, the thing about winter sleeping in places that are not Canada is it's similar to winter coats and things. Like when you go from Northern California to Canada, you are better off buying your coat when you get to Canada because the coats that are in California are not going to be sufficient. They are designed for, like, the reason why we layer is because we get both really hot summers and winters that are colder than we're used to with our really hot summers. So it's just like if you came to California for a winter, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, this is great. I don't even have to wear shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who just forgoes shoes?
I do.
Well, you wear sandals.
I don't like shoes. That shit's lame.
Yeah, yeah. Here in Florida, I only wear slippers. Like I only wear flip-flops.
No,
Because
yeah.
there's no point. Because it doesn't get cold enough to make my toes cold.
I haven't worn a pair of sandals in literally years. I'm either wearing my tennis shoes or my work shoes, or I'm barefoot. Like those are the three different layers of how it goes.
You can't stop
no
me if
problem.
I want to go out in my socks and I want to get my mail.
Yeah.
There you go, brother.
Unless it's
Socks-
wet, and then it's
socks and
risk.
sandals.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'll
Yeah.
just go
You
out in
don't
my
like
socks.
the fun feeling of your sockies in the water?
No,
Oh,
as
see,
dogs who have really messy water bowls. No.
no, yeah.
No,
I'll
I know.
just run outside in my bare feet.
I own one pair of slides, and their express purpose is for taking my dog out. Otherwise, I wear proper shoes.
Right.
Oh, see, I haven't owned proper shoes in years.
I have one pair of proper shoes, and it is for two things: interviews or like weddings and parties. Like that's the only time I wear my
Oh.
proper shoes.
No, by proper
Otherwise-
shoes, I just meant like closed-toed, like
Oh,
sneakers
like-
or
like
boots.
Like
mean,
sneaker,
or,
yeah, like trainers.
I have a pair of like $300 shoes that were bought for me that I use only
Jeez.
for the big stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're like real leather and stuff. They're really nice. I like them a lot, but they aren't as comfy as they could be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave you the wrong ones. There are $200 shoes that are super comfy.
Oh yeah, I have
That's
New
all-
Balance.
that's all my husband wears
170
is-
that I wear for work. So my 170
yeah.
New Balances are wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my husband wears nothing but like dress shoes. So he goes and he buys
Who
he
the
wears
fuck has money to buy all these shoes? I
He-
spend $20.
Guy and Co.
He also never wears blue jeans. He only wears slacks. Polo shirts. So yeah, he's a little bit fancy dudded.
I was gonna say he definitely has a more prep clothes style, but I won't hold that against him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Who,
yeah. Well,
who doesn't wear
he's-
jeans and only wears dress shoes?
No, he has worn slacks camping.
Just tell me he doesn't own boat shoes.
No, he does
thank,
not own
Thank
boat shoes.
God.
What about duck shoes?
What are duck
no
shoes? What are
No,
duck-
like I said, he doesn't own anything but the dress shoes and some slippers. Like he has like mule style flip flops. Well, they're not flip flops. They're they're proper slippers, but open
Does he have a
toed.
golfing outfit?
He owns a couple of Hawaiian shirts.
That's
That's
not.
closest he's got.
It's not a golfing outfit.
No, it is not.
The important question here is, does he own a flat cap?
Describe a flat cap.
It's those picture an Irishman.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, like a newsy hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's more like a fedora, but not a fedora. It's
Like a
what
pork
is
pie?
that style? What's it called?
Pork pie?
Oh, it is a fedora. It's like a lightweight fedora.
A
Just-
lightweight? Opposed
Yeah.
to the heavyweight fedoras?
Yes,
Well,
this
I-
fedora
Kevlar
is
fedora.
not
I'm a flyweight fedora myself.
Yeah, no, this is like a cross between like a fedora and like a straw hat kind of. It's not like a straw hat, but it's a lighter mesh for warmer weather.
It's
Because
like
I knew guys in high school that wore leather fedoras.
it's like a classy like Floridian hat. It's just a straw fedora.
I mean,
like
I have
Panama,
seen
but
them.
cooler.
They actually like straw like fedoras. They're especially big in Florida, I think.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, because they're huge in like Cuba and stuff, and so it makes sense that they would like come through Little Havana and just became a cultural staple.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and they're pretty cute. Like I like them.
Yeah,
I don't
they-
always like a fedora, but
That's fair. I when I was in high school, I thought fedoras were cool, but I also almost became an incel. So
I was gonna say
that's what my feelings about fedoras is. For the right kind of person, hey, a fedora can look really nice and be a very accentuating part of their personality and stuff. If you wear a fedora and you're just walking around in jeans,
yeah.
you're saying a lot. You're
I
saying
feel
a
like
lot
if
of
you're
things.
wearing a fedora, you also have to have a long coat to go with it, so you can
Mhm.
finish the detective cosplay.
There you go. That's
And
how
then
you do it. That's how
then
you save face.
That's the kind of fedora I want to wear. I'd 100% wear a flat cap if I could.
you also have to tip it and go, "Milady."
Oh, good.
No, I'm
And
having
you have
bad
to exclusively
flashbacks.
grow. You have to
Oh,
exclusively
no.
grow neck
What are
beards.
you
What are you
having bad
People just like,
flashbacks to?
I dated a guy once.
Of
It
course
was-
you
Oh,
did.
no.
Of course you did.
No. Of course you did. Oh, you were in drama?
Oh.
Okay, you dated a guy with a fedora.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sky,
Fedora?
Absolutely.
Sky,
God damn.
Yeah, a fedora, and a trench coat. Yeah,
Sky, I'm not like other guys. I'm a nice guy. Milady.
exactly. Yeah, milady.
Yeah.
What do you mean that because I'm nice to you, you won't go out with me?
Actually, Sky.
Oh man.
I think
Wow.
the only
Well-
time I've ever said "milady" unironically was at like a Ren fair
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I'm
at Ren Fair,
cosplaying
it's
as a
fine.
knight.
yeah.
Exactly. That's acceptable. But if you go,
Well, actually, milady, it's called action figures.
You activated my trap card.
Bitch and
Oh,
moan.
People.
Listen, you can say whatever you want, but me and Momo-chan are forever. Her buddy pillow is the only extenuation of myself I need.
Yeah, those people evolved
Wow.
into admins, Reddit admins and Discord admins.
Mhm. They've evolved.
No, that's true.
They've evolved.
Yeah.
They have jobs now.
Mhm.
Not real jobs, but
Yeah.
yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh overseer, like the motherfuckers who are like the admins of the fucking like games like that. Oh, good heavens. Good for them, you know. If
Oh,
if
great
you too almost became an incel, or God forbid you became an incel, but you got out of it, hey, we see you.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
did it.
You did it. We're proud of you.
And if
Yeah.
not, yeah, men's rights or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Actually, women belong in one place, my bedroom.
God, these
Aw.
motherfuckers.
You're turning Sky on. Calm down.
but not the kitchen, because that's where the food is, and we don't want her to get fat.
Yeah, we don't want a woman to get fat. Then I couldn't be able to compliment her properly. She has to meet all of my standards while I live
Exactly.
the way I want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sure I'm
gonna
triggering some
shoot
people out there.
myself real soon.
why don't we get back on a topic?
I think that was I don't know about you. That was a
was-
very accurate representation of a part of our culture
Oh,
as
for sure.
people,
It's
as
true.
Americans.
It's true.
I don't hate you because I hate the way you're saying it. I hate you because you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've definitely known those people.
No. Okay.
You think I'm one of them?
No. By
Well,
your own
You know what?
rules,
Now that I think about it, I think I can picture Sky as
I do have a fedora. Oh, my
Sky
shame.
looks down. She's the guy from South Park who plays World
Yeah.
of Warcraft. Just, oh shit!
Just
No.
fingerless gloves and a trench coat, adorning you, wearing your sandals. It's all
Good
coming
heavens.
Aw. That
Oh,
that
great
is quite the
heavens.
picture. Yeah. So what other things do you guys do that you think are normal?
Well, I guess I have to take off walking into public with a fedora on off my list.
Well,
Hmm.
depends if you're wearing the fedora or the fedora is wearing you. There's a big difference.
Mhm.
I like to imagine in that case it's like Meet the Robinson, and the fedora is actually the little bowler hats that's slowly like taking over our minds.
Yeah.
Well, does someone want to go first?
No, if
I'm
you
trying
have
to
some.
think of a.
So, a weird thing that is interesting about the American culture as opposed to many others is our etiquette when we go to restaurants. Instead of paying, a person who is serving me food an entire fucking wage, we pay them $2.50, and they expect the kindness of the person who's getting served to give more money for their food instead of paying this poor person their actual asking price. That's pretty wonky, kids.
You know what's even more fucked up than that? That you call all cutlery silverware. I hate that so much.
Y-
You just go to a diner.
It's
It's like,
weird to me.
oh, would you like some silverware? And it's like,
You're like, is it actual silver?
No,
No, ma'am.
it's cutlery. It's some shitty
milady.
metal fork.
Embellishment. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, I hate
It's
silverware.
made of plastic, but it's still silverware.
Yeah, literally, yeah. You could ask for silverware, and they hand you like a plastic fork and knife. I hate it. It's called cutlery. Get your shit together, America.
Sounds more like cutlery.
Oh.
Giggity.
Wow.
Yeah, overall, I don't think she means culture as in the American culture so much as what is the things that you do that maybe that you
Yeah.
What
consider
really grinds
normal.
my gears?
Yeah,
Mm.
like weird is my culture. Weird is my default setting. And insanity is my wheelhouse. So,
Okay.
somewhere in there, things that
So,
to
okay.
you are things that you do.
so,
That
so,
someone else might say, stop being weird.
so one of the key things that I'll go ahead and answer to that. Then, sorry, I misunderstood the call sign. So, me personally, I have not only entire conversations with myself. I look at myself in the mirror and I have an entire like positive, negative like entailment. It's not just you're talking to yourself. I'm having frustrated or positive engagements, dealing with like problems, and also just having ridiculous random conversations about the most ludicrous things, just with myself. I'm just fucking babbling like a fucking crazy person. And then I will do this for 10 to 15 minutes and just engage over just not even like reasonable subjects. I'll look at the mirror and say, the sky shouldn't really be blue, because everything else is really, really dumb and you're a fucking idiot. And then just random things. I don't know why. And then if someone interrupts me while I'm doing it, including when I would do it in like elementary school, where I would just be talking about like cat dog, rog dog, and I would be like saying race car, and just like stupid, really just random shit. And somebody would just like, what in the world are you doing? I'm like, and I just look at them and I just walk out terrified that someone witnessed me doing this.
Yeah.
And it's just been a thing I fucking do.
Damn it! Now I have to start over.
Basically, like it's pretty fucking sad. Like my reaction, instead of even coming up with a reasonable excuse, I just walk away.
Yeah. Well, I can't say because, like, I think a lot of people have conversations with
Yes,
themselves,
and
or they
people
will.
have a conversation with themselves, and I fully support that. People talking to themselves, or even to motivate themselves, like tonight I'm gonna get it. But to just be like, man, bark is really funny. I like the way that when I scratch bark and it makes weird sounds. Yeah, me too. I really like the way that it kind of does that when you rustle your fingers over it. It makes that sound. No, that's weird. You don't have to defend me. That's fucking
Oh
on.
man.
I mean, I've had
I
full-on conversations with myself in the mirror multiple times this week.
Yeah, I have conversations like that with myself, but I write them down. But it's usually like when I'm trying to work through a writing issue, like if I have something that in a story that I'm writing that I'm trying to work through, I will have a two-sided conversation with myself where I'll just, it's written down all in text and I can kind of just, think with my fingers. And I'll argue with myself.
What I don't understand is why you guys need a mirror. That's
I don't. Yeah, I don't
the
use the
mirror part. Is it's like don't
I mean,
you?
I know why Oz needs a mirror. He's told us that before.
Have I?
Yeah,
Look
so
at
you
my
can check
butthole?
your ass. Well, yeah.
I've checked my ass in the mirror. Look, you should check your ass in the mirror sometime.
Why?
Speed up, because you don't know what's back there.
What do you mean you don't know what's back there?
There could be a tick on your ass.
Yeah, I live in fucking Oklahoma. There could be ticks anywhere.
Yep. You got to make sure it's all clean back there.
Yeah, you just gotta. That's how sometimes you can just tell your significant other, "Hey, baby, let me check you for ticks," and that's how things can lead to certain directions. Ticks are a wonderful part of society.
That's the
No, they're
most.
not. They suck.
That's the most abhorrent pickup line I've ever heard in my life.
Hey, let me
Well, it
check your
depends.
butthole for ticks.
Yeah,
Common-
it depends on if you're already in a relationship.
No, even then, that should instantly
No.
cause flaccidity or dryness.
Oh no, like I'd be into it.
You'd be into that.
Like, hey baby, why don't you get naked? I gotta check you for ticks.
No, see, no, that's
Hey,
not good.
baby, you got a blood-sucking parasite?
Yeah.
That's me.
That's a terrible line. I hate it.
So good.
See, that's another weird part of my culture in Oklahoma. That's one of the things we say.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, so many things that are said in that manner that don't actually mean what, like it doesn't matter whether you say I'm gonna check you for ticks or
Hey, baby,
hey,
can I
hey,
drown you at the local lake?
that one's weird. but like, hey, let me check you for bruises or whatever.
Hey, baby, want to see my
What?
scars?
Oh, baby, you tripped over your own feet and fell down? Aw, let me check your body for wounds.
Over
What?
my feet, falling for you.
This feels like a compilation
fuck?
of good answers from Family
Oh.
Feud.
I
Good
gotta check you
answers.
for bruises from when you fell from heaven.
Whoa.
This sounds like the creepiest pickup lines of all time.
Well,
You are not
again,
wrong.
No.
they are intended only for people that you've been with for years.
Check you for
What?
bruises.
Are you kidding me?
what
I
kind of
use
fool-
these when people I meet on the bus stop.
Let me check
Oh,
you
man.
for bruises. The fuck? That's even worse than the ticks.
Hey, baby, want to tune my mandolin?
Man.
Nobody? Okay.
Is
You watch
cricket
more
going
than-
off in the distance back there?
Mhm.
It's the fucking dog.
I was like, I hear cricket or something back there. I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll mute it. I'm sorry.
Hey, baby, you want to see how I operate a theremin?
What?
No? No, just me? Oh, okay.
Very eerily.
So anyway,
Yeah, I don't really have anything to compete with those things. I just do like, I think, standard like weird stuff. Like I check, like I'm OCD about locking my door.
Mm.
Like I'll lock my door and then I'll check my door and then I'll go down my flight of stairs and be like, I locked the door, right? And then I'll go back up the stairs and check the door and like just do weird stuff like that.
Your locked door is upstairs?
Yeah. Yeah, I live on up a flight of stairs.
Like most of your house is on the first floor and
No. It's all
No,
on the,
like with mine, he lives on the second floor. I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, I imagine that he was saying that he would climb up the stairs to go check to make sure the door was locked.
Well, yes, but that's because my front door is not on ground level.
I mean,
See,
I do.
That's what I'm asking.
I
'Cause
do
I've
have a friend who has a 2-story like apartment, and they look pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, because like I've been to a vacation home before where like we rented it up in, near the snow. And
Near
so
the
it was
snow?
built.
What does that mean?
That means that it snowed there occasionally, but was not snowing there when we were there. like you could drive 15 or 20 minutes to get to a place where there was snow. Californian, remember?
Yeah,
Californian. Really. It was like a 2-hour drive from my hometown to snow.
California snow, it's so forgettable.
Yeah, it melts real fast.
Okay, what about this vacation home?
So it was built into the side of a hill where they had like the lower floor had like the family room kind of thing, and there were some rooms down there, and then upstairs there was the kitchen and the garage and all of that, but it was open on the back side of the lower floor, where the front side was in the hill and the back side faced the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I had, in my head. Is that about what we're talking about, or?
Nope, not at all. It's just it's just a
you live in the basement. You're a basement dweller. I get it.
No, it's up.
No, that's me.
It's upstairs. It's the opposite. Think of a basement. It's the opposite of a basement. It's on my entire apartment's like it's a duplex. So I have the top half of a house, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I live in Canada. We can't afford houses up here. Get out of here.
You're lucky he's not in the igloo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well, that's his vacation home.
Yeah, exactly.
Return to your roots.
Mm-hmm.
I will just say, not being able to afford apartments, or I'm sorry, not being able to afford houses is not exclusively Canadian.
No, it's not.
No, but if I made what I make in Canada in America, I could afford a home.
Depends which state.
Well, I meant like no. I mean there's a part of every state you could afford one.
If you're making about 25 Canadian an hour, you could, in theory, just even after a year, be able to get a decent house in Oklahoma after about a year or two.
How much is that a year in
like
American?
$17, I think.
Well, no,
17 an hour or 17,000 a year, because those two things are very different.
No, you were saying 25 an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would be probably about
I could see that.
$17-18 American.
Yeah.
Which is more than most assistant managers get paid. So all you gotta do is become a manager of a small chain or get a job.
Exactly.
Yep.
You get extremely lucky and find a job that's willing to pay you more than in bread and dick tickles.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why. Oh Jesus.
I've made my
That's
fortune.
why
I've made my fortune on dick tickles.
Do you know how many he has backlogged? Like he has it. He has a bank full of dick tickles.
Yeah. I'd like to put a down payment on a house. How many dick tickles will you require?
How many dick tickles does this take? Because I ain't got all day. Goddamn dick tickles.
I'm willing to make payments in installments.
God damn it, John. Why are you coming here with all them dick tickles?
So
But
getting paid in dick tickles would be considered something weird.
would
Possibly.
be yes.
Yeah.
You saying you want a dick tickle?
Phoenix, do you do any odd things?
You'd be surprised, but no.
Hmm.
I'm the
I think
most
that's a
fucking
lie.
basic, boring person here.
Yeah, no, people don't know that they do weird things until, like, I didn't know that not sleeping with a top sheet was something that people did until I was a grown
No.
adult.
I
Yeah,
mean,
she-
like,
Good.
unless you consider the fact that I get really hot when I sleep, so I almost sleep without covers,
Mhm.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, man. There's so
almost
many things.
exclusively.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't even know that pissing blood was perfectly normal until we talked about it.
Mhm.
You know,
Until the internet, I didn't know that poop knives existed. I didn't know
What?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Feces blades. You guys don't know about poop
I
knives?
never heard about
No.
it until
They are
the-
amazing in prison.
the
What's a blood eagle?
What?
No, apparently some people they grow up in houses where beside the toilet there's just a knife.
There's a knife to
And
cut up
it's-
the poop.
Yeah, and you cut up your poop so it flushes. And
I have never heard of that
Wow.
before.
I had no idea.
It's actually
Some guy was just
they have them
describing
in
it.
prisons so that you don't clog up their toilets.
Yeah.
Some of the people have a toilet. I know they do it in people's houses, but I knew it was in prison. That so that you don't clog up someone's toilet, they have a knife there that they're like, you cut your shit up, or I cut you up.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've lived in houses with terrible plumbing, where it's you need a plunger at all times handy, but
Yeah.
I never thought the poop knife was a thing until some guy
Yeah.
on the internet described his poop knife and asked if it was normal. And the
Wow.
internet said no, it's not. But
Listen,
some people that's their
You're
culture.
just not on that brain level where you're using poop knives, man.
No,
Yeah.
clearly not. I got to invest. Which knife is best? A fillet, what gets the job done?
I can
You
tell
know,
you
as
it's
someone
not a
who's-
Mezzaluna.
No, you want more like a butter knife.
Or
Honestly, just fucking
That
get better
that
plumbing.
got too weird, and I'm nauseated. Now.
I'm gonna use Guts's Dragon Slayer just to destroy the toilet. That way
Oh
there's no issue.
no, no, it's getting too intense for me.
Yeah, you guys are gonna make Sky throw up.
something-
I've been
Oh,
sick all day,
man.
and I think Sky's gonna throw up before me.
Okay, fine. I'll just use Dragon Slayer to eat mayonnaise directly out of a bucket.
Mhm.
Oh,
Let it drizzle down the blade.
You use the mayo to lube up the shit before
I will
it goes
leave
to
screaming
God.
right now.
And
We're
mayo makes a great lube.
We're gonna nip that in the bud right here.
That, kids, is what I call fecal discharge. Okay, I'm done.
I'm gonna die.
Apart from the smell, mayo would probably work as a pretty good lube, though.
I don't think that's true.
I think so. It's pretty greasy. But the smell alone would sour the moment.
Hey, baby, I got some of this homemade stuff. Oh, don't worry. That's sexual desire.
Yes,
60%
yes,
of the
this is
time
how
it
we
works every
retain
time.
viewers. Yes.
Yes, officer, this person right here.
It's all fun and games till you use the sriracha mayo.
Hey,
It's all fun and games until Cranch shows up.
Oh man, I
Okay.
wish I had some booze right now.
I do.
Oz, what's
And
your
I'm
what's
actively drinking it.
Oz? What's one of your weird woodman activities?
I imagine the machete is something that
Yeah.
not a lot of people have to deal. Maybe out here, maybe it's more. I mean, I imagine they use guns.
How
I
many?
take I spit in the toilet every time I use the bathroom because if I don't, it's like it fucks with me.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a new one.
I assuming that's just for number like 1.
Yeah.
You don't just like stand up from using it and then spit in the bowl, right? That would be a little
No.
weird. I mean, it's not weird. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I could generate a spit every time I needed to use the washroom.
Oh, sometimes I can't, and it's rough.
You're just like dry
wow.
heaving over the toilet, trying to work up a loogie.
Wow.
It do be like that sometimes. It's just like I gotta spit. It's gotta happen.
Interesting.
I'm still traumatized from the previous conversation.
Be very afraid.
Yeah.
Speaking of your topic, does everybody, is it normal to always have a weapon of sorts beside your bed?
I think so.
I have
I
one
believe
besides
so.
me right now.
Yeah, I regularly have a weapon within reach.
Yeah. I think that's pretty normal
That's
for
just the
us.
state
but
of the world these days,
I think
man.
that's kind of weird for a lot of people.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
weird, but like, I don't know. It's just the state of things, at least where each of us are located. It's unfortunate that that's part of it, but yeah, it is weird. It is sad. I wish it wasn't this way, because there's people who walk with their doors literally unlocked modern day, and it fucking like wild.
That
Yeah.
shit.
And it's totally not just because in Canada, because polar bears will attack.
Real talk.
Yep.
It's been that way for a while with me. Like, apparently I didn't realize this when I was younger, but whenever I was at my grandmother's house, there would be like shootings like very frequently, and we would just sleep through it. At one point, I witnessed my grandparents' next door neighbor. They left their purse out in the window. People walked right up to it, took it, didn't see them again.
Yep.
Yeah, so you look back on that, you're like, should probably at least have like this like almost foot long knife right next to my bed just in case.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Everybody knows what weapons are next to my bed.
Oh yeah.
Is it a machete?
Yes, I've got a machete,
Yes,
a
I
knife,
win.
and the only gun I own.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is fair. You got, especially out there, it's good to have a firearm, mostly for just in case.
Yeah.
If not for animals, but for motherfuckers. What firearm do you use, if you don't mind me saying? If you feel uncomfortable.
Springfield, I do not know the actual model.
Oh no, Springfield. If it's a 1907, I mean that's classic right there.
It was a gift from my grandfather.
Yeah, I don't think it's a 6-shooter.
Yeah, I've technically inherited like 2 guns.
Yeah, I've got a traditional a Nagant revolver, at 9 rounds. It is not effective in modern combat, but it still shoots people, and it fires a Nagant cartridge, so a motherfucker will die. It's just not a repeating weapon.
You've got the Wrath of Odin next to you.
It's always right there. I need
ready for more cord.
I need to get more WD-40 for the blade, or no, not blade. The WD-40. I meant some mineral oils. I ran out of mineral oils. I want to clean this baby up.
I was about to bitch slap you across the internet if you're putting WD-40 on it.
I know what I'm supposed to put on it. I'm sorry. I use the mineral stuff is actually really cool, and it is it's a lot less expensive. It's like $5, and it keeps this thing looking good. So,
man, just smear some mayo on the sucker.
You're right.
If you store your gun in mayo, whenever you need it, it's nice and lubed.
Plus, if Sky turns into a werewolf, the bullets will harm her.
Drop the entire cartridge directly into some mayo, Just have some mayo laced rounds.
Yeah. If
And
I
instead of shooting them, you
but you
just
can't-
throw them into her mouth, and she has to.
Yep, but you can't use the sriracha mayo because they're counterintuitive. They one undoes the other.
no, yeah. If I'm gonna take Sky out, they have to be hollow points filled with traditional like Hellmann's.
There you go. So what you're saying is they're no longer hollow points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're well
Yeah,
filled.
yeah.
they're Hellman
Yep.
points.
Oh no.
Get some Nutmaster in there too.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to make a drawing of that. That's amazing.
Same with
The mayo blaster.
if you want to kill me, my only weakness is you have to sharpen a pickle into a steak.
I think they did that on Good Mythical Morning at some point,
I think that they tried. Yeah, I remember seeing
and
that.
it
They
didn't work.
Yeah. But that's the
You know what?
only way.
You get a steak and you soak it, like you store it in a pickle jar.
Hmm.
So it
No, you
really
wrap a bunch
soaks
of
up
those
the
tiny
juices.
cocktail pickles around some gunpowder, and you throw it at them.
No, see, that
It
doesn't work.
explodes.
That doesn't work
You
because
guys,
I like gherkins, so those have no effect on
Oh.
me.
see, this is what I do. I get one of those big fat ones, and then I build a trebuchet specifically to launch tiny steak, like these pickles. But I sharpen them to a point and launch them at you.
That would do it. It's the
Oh
only
yeah,
way.
it's fucking great.
You pull an old classic Halloween and you slide some razor blades into the pickle as you throw them at them. So that way they slice open the skin and you can get the pickle juice really deep inside.
Hmm.
That'll
would do
burn
it.
so bad.
Go for broke and just make the pickle mobile and try to run him over.
You wear an armor made out of pickles so he can't bite you.
Yeah, you would be invulnerable. There's nothing I could do against the power.
Beware my pickle.
Yeah.
Now here's my question. Okay, so we know that you don't like pickles. How about pickled eggs?
Yeah.
I mean, they're less than ideal. Like I said before, it's not the pickling process; it's the pickles themselves. Because I like pickled things. I just don't like pickles.
I see.
You just don't
Is
So
it
like
the-
cucumber.
pickled goblin cock. Got it.
No, yeah.
So is it the particular flavors of the brine? Like
Yeah.
traditional pickles
yeah.
aren't, because I only really like dill pickle.
I hate dill flavoring in general. There's no
I
quick.
like dill.
There's no quicker way to ruin a salmon than putting some dill on it.
Oh.
Yeah, dill flavor is terrible. I don't like the brine, and I hate the consistency. I don't
I
like.
can agree, at least like dill and things like salmon or other stuff like that, it really just overpowers it.
Mm.
Not great.
Yeah.
I mean, for pickles though, it's perfect.
I'm so stereotypical though. I love doing like a nice maple salmon, like so Canadian.
Oh, man. See, I do maple pork chops.
Man, you can put that shit on everything.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like I'll make a and you tell me if you think this is weird. When I make maple pork chops, I usually dust it with ginger
Hmm.
and sometimes mustard powder, depending how much.
My real
but-
question is: are you actually making maple, or are you making table syrup? Yeah.
Okay.
no,
So,
like it's real maple syrup.
Okay.
And
Then-
I'm like, so that once the pork chop is actually cooked, it has kind of like a maple caramelized
it's a glaze.
crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
oh yeah. So I've that brought me onto a certain thing. If you don't mind me, just real quick saying, crazy things. Man, the industry around maple syrup is fucking wild because all these motherfuckers, just because they call it table syrup, they can be like, "Oh, it's not real maple syrup; it's corn syrup." But we say it's got maple flavoring in it, and they
Oh,
sell it
yeah.
for like $4. But if you want actual maple syrup, that shit costs between $12 and $20 just to get it here.
Mhm.
And it's like, and some of that is fake. There are companies who sell completely fake ones, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Nope. These motherfuckers, they fake the whole thing.
Yeah.
Some get caught, but some don't.
It's the greatest advantage of living in Quebec is the cheap maple syrup prices. Even
There you
Ontario,
go.
they're more expensive. It's the only advantage.
Yeah.
And I could get horse meat if I ever wanted to eat horse
Oh
meat.
no.
Have you ever tried horse meat?
No.
'Cause I would totally try it.
No, I'm not on the Oregon Trail, so I'm not eating horse meat.
It'll put you into shock, if you know what I mean.
I love the taste of dysentery and sadness and meatballs.
No.
Meatballs are good.
Horse balls.
I have no desire. Those are the only meats I don't.
Hey man,
I don't
if
eat
you
is
ever been to
horse
Taco
and
Bell,
veal.
you've eaten horse meat.
You've eaten horse.
It's true. There was a loss. I might get defamation. I should stop talking.
Yeah, there's actually no Taco Bells in Quebec because their food standards are too high. So they couldn't open any Taco Bells.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, we can't fill our meat with paper. We're not opening any stores here.
Yeah, when your food is literally 50% filler.
Mm-hmm. That's why you should never buy pre-shredded cheese as well. It's filled with cellulose or whatever it's called.
Yep, cellulose up and down that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what makes it all like dusty and shit?
Yep. Yep.
Makes it like that powdery bullshit.
Oh yeah.
I just don't have time to shred my cheese anymore. I can't be bothered.
What time? It's so easy.
I eat a lot of shredded cheese.
It takes 30 seconds.
Yeah, but then
And that's 30
you're
seconds
getting,
I could spend eating.
Oh my
you're getting
God.
a grater dirty, and then you have to wash it, and
Well, that's why you get the single-sided graters. You don't get the box grater because that thing's hard to clean. You just get a single grater, and if you
The single side graders clean easy, yeah.
You know, we have these things that God gave us, or whatever you believe. Christian, you gave us these hands.
hands.
Yeah, I gave them to you because I didn't want to use them.
it's like, hey, I invented these, but I hate them. You use them.
The hands that I have are meant for shoveling pre-shredded cheese into my mouth at 3 a.m. like a cryptid. My girlfriend can walk into my kitchen and just see the light illuminating my near naked body as I.
You were just like, I made these for this specific purpose. You can figure out what else you want to use them for.
Yeah.
And boy, how
you use your hands for. What do you use your hand? Jacking off. Those were meant for shoveling cheese.
Hey, both bring pleasure. It's fine.
I love to imagine like you created the act of hands for shoveling cheese, and yet cheese hasn't existed for as long as you think it has. So what was it? What was the purpose before? Were they just built for the eventual realization of cheese?
Oh
Yes,
yeah! Oh
yes.
yeah! Oh yeah!
Cheese was a glimmer in God's eye before men ever thought of it.
All evolution came from cheese. Why do you have eyes?
Wait
So
a
you can
second.
find the cheese.
Wait a second.
Nose, smell the cheese. Ears,
If
so you
we
can
think about
hear the
it,
cows.
because cheese is milk. Milk is necessary for life. Cheese is. Oh my God! I am Satan. Because I'm lactose allergenic. I am the devil.
Oh no!
I'm anti-life.
No, it just means your bloodline is weak.
That's true. I was born impure.
Yeah.
I had to give some people lactose intolerant because I need some cheese for myself.
That is fair.
I don't know how I would survive if I was lactose intolerant.
You better be careful.
Havarti, Gouda, things that I can eat, cheeses that I still can consume because they don't have lactose.
Yeah.
Still, it's criminal.
I can eat a shit ton of Parmesan. It's delicious.
Oh yeah.
On its own, though, it's not great on its own.
Well, it's not solo. That's fair, but that's why I eat Havarti when it's solo. But when I, to spice up some dishes, I add some Parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spice up, quote unquote. When I want to give more flavor profiles. Sorry, I know we had a fight before.
Are you grating your Parmesan, you son of a bitch?
Of course.
Good.
aged
Yeah, I
cheddar.
grate my. Remember, we talked about this. I grate my Parmesan. I get the Bella Golosi or whatever, however it's pronounced.
Yeah,
Bella
good stuff.
Lugosi. Belgiaso. That's what it is. Belgiaso cheese. Classic Italian fatty in America. That's accurate.
Yep.
Formaggi.
I just imagine some sort of American like Parmesan sauce that you pour on your Italian dishes.
You can imagine the cheesy sauce. Thankfully, I actually grate it and I get it in these
Alfredo.
my cheese, because I learned the difference. My cheeses, when it comes to my Parmesan, have the Parmesan stamp on them. They make me feel proud. You see the little Parmesan. Because I learned that if it doesn't have the stamp on it, you're not eating Parmesan. You're eating someone's fucking third-party bullshit. I've been learning a lot over the past few months about faking food, and it's really pissed me off because we would spend money, like $8 on a bottle of pure olive oil, quote unquote. It's not pure olive oil; it's fucking corn syrup. Or here's the worst thing: they repackage old olive oil that's already gone bad. And so we've had to look specifically for like made with pure olive oil on the back of it, because if it doesn't say specifically that, you're buying something that could just be old olive oil or just corn syrup. Or vegetable oil. It's fucking food.
Where are you buying these things?
You can get those at any location. You can even get some of them at like Trader Joe's. You can get like third party items that say that they're culturally cultured local or stuff. It's all bullshit. Like it's not just at any like simple chain or Walmart. It's even at the big name stuff. You need to watch and read what you're getting, because these motherfuckers are making third party versions of everything you can imagine. In fact, olive oil, only about 5% of all olive oil is actual olive oil. 1% of Parmesan that is not made and bundled in Italy is fake. And 25% of Parmesan made in Italy is fake Parmesan. And Alfredo doesn't exist.
because it's like the champagne only comes from the Champagne region of France kind of thing? Or is it fake?
It's not from the people who originally developed the style and the standard for how it's actually made. It's made by these people who pass it off. So yeah, kind of like what you're saying, the champagne made in Champagne kind of
Yeah, but that one's not so bad because it's just like sparkling white wine, and if you like the taste, you like the taste. It's not the end of the world. Whereas the other things you're describing are like not actually olive oil.
Yes, some of these items can get you harmed, can actually cause you issues because they're putting the wrong stuff into it. Like they showed that there's certain organizations, especially within olive oil, that are selling you old olive oil that can actually get you sick, and there's very little way to regulate this. So again, weird culture fact, but this is what's been on my mind: these motherfuckers hurting people and getting away with it.
Yeah. Well, and who would get something that has says it's olive oil, but it's really corn syrup? Like those two things don't taste anything alike.
So what it says is when you know that, you have to find out, you have to test it. It'll say refined olive oil, or it will say olive oil extract, and you won't know these things unless you look on the back of it on the ingredients. And unfortunately especially in America, but kind of everywhere, motherfuckers don't look at the back of their fucking little box on the back of your fucking food, because you're like, oh, this looks right. No, check the ingredients and check the nutritional facts. You'll find that a lot of these foods are fucking not what you were paying for, and some of them can cause you pain and cause your blood sugars to spike. Like for people who have, especially people who have diabetes, some of these things can be very detrimental.
Man.
So, fun facts about our culture: food is whack.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like how they, with orange juice, they specifically color it, and they brought in like a bunch of people who make fragrances. like
Yeah.
Tom Ford and all these like expensive fragrance companies to create the smell of orange juice. So it's like it's scented and dyed because orange juice like is brown when it comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Real proper orange juice, it doesn't look anything like what you expect. Same thing with salmon. Pink salmon is not the natural color of salmon.
mhm.
Actually, more like a flobby brown, but or gray, but that doesn't sell well.
We still got some time for some weird things we do. Sky, do you have another weird thing you do?
I did a minute ago, and I should have written it down, but I was like, oh, no, I'll remember.
I'm sorry. I went on my tirade about food.
Yeah, no, I just have to rethink of what we were talking about before that made me think of it. So,
I don't know.
Does anybody
yeah,
else
I mean,
do any
yeah.
oddities? Any weird?
Some Aussities.
Mhm.
When you guys stretch your arms outward, do you also like stretch your I don't know what they're called. You're like the plates on your back, do they like flap open almost?
The plates on
your
my
shoulder
back.
blades?
Yeah, your shoulder blades.
Shoulder blades.
Think of the name.
The plates on my back.
The plates on my back.
What kind of dinosaur are we supposed to be?
Like your shoulder blades, because like I've seen people stretch and it doesn't happen. When I stretch, my shoulder blades like poke out a lot. Like it looks like two mountains just form on my back.
I can't think of what you're describing.
Like stretch out your arms, like lock your fingers together
Yeah.
and put your palms forward.
Okay.
Does your like shoulder blades like pop out of your back?
How can they not? Isn't that what's popping out? I guess like dislocating, popping out, or
Like a
That feels
solid,
really
like a
good.
solid 3 or 4 inches of extension.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not weird.
well, I can't actually see my own back, so I can't be sure of it. But it seems like that's what's happening.
Weird habits.
Weird habit that I have. When I am excited, one of my tisms is that I shake my hands really, really fast.
Ooh.
Like earlier today, when we were going through all that craziness within Traveler, I knew that I loved the session because I was literally getting up and shaking my hands wildly. Like, so what I do is, I don't know what you guys would do when you're excited, but like my hand, I flick it like really hard, and my fingers, they kind of dance, like kind of rolling against each other, and I just shake them really hard like you would. And that's when you know that I'm excited. And then I try to stop it by shoving my hands under my legs. That's my way to stop being antsy, like ants in my pants. I've always done it. I did it in like elementary and middle school and high school, and it was always just like some people ostracized me for it. Some people found it funny. Other people realized it, very like smart people realized, oh, he's excited. Let's keep doing whatever we're doing, and it's like yes. And so that's one of the weird things I do. That's my weird little habit of doing that whenever I'm doing something and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm invested.
My oldest does that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a noticeable sign that you're doing all right.
Yeah.
I did think of another awful, terrible, awful habit that I had in high school, the 9th grade specifically, and a little bit into like Del City. I had such the vicious need to be liked by people that I would make up wild superhuman stories about myself. Not really superhuman, but like, oh, I fucked up my leg, so I can't feel anything. So I would let people slam chairs onto my leg and beat the shit out of my leg. Because I was like, well, if that's what it takes for them to like me, very well.
Did that work?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
I lied that I didn't have my nerve endings were fucked up.
Hmm.
So I played Bloody Knuckle and I let them kick the shit out of my leg and hit them with metal chairs and shit. And the only
Wow.
reason I didn't have a broken leg was I would stop them if they started going too hard, and I'd be like, "Hey, I can't feel it, but I need you to, if it breaks, I'm still gonna have to walk on it."
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of me being a loser.
I feel like that's a pretty normal thing to do as a
That's
kid, though.
a valid thing because
That was in the 9th grade.
Yeah, that's a kid. That's
yeah.
a kid.
But when you're teenagers, I'm sorry, but I still see you just mentally, because of the job I've had. You're a kid, and I'm sure there's
Yeah.
a lot of people who think the same way.
Yeah, it's true.
Like until you are 21, even a 20-year-old, I know they're technically an adult, but like I look at them, I'm like, you're gonna make really bad decisions. Even then, like 27, I'm not even 27, but past 27, I'm like, you're gonna make bad decisions, but you'll at least generally take it on the chin. Or you'll be living in a basement.
Yeah, but you're not
Yeah.
a kid. You're not a kid.
Living in a basement's fine. Those people are the next level. What's lower than that? They live in the attic. That's what I meant to look for. They hide way up there, and they're like preside over the house. Those people.
Mm.
What was up?
Laying on the ground. I do that a lot. I didn't know that was weird.
I don't think it's that weird.
I mean, anywhere.
Like in public?
Yeah, I've laid down on the ground at work. Like if it's been a rough day and I've been busting my ass and every part of me is just wet from sweat, I will go into the back room and just lay down.
Hmm. Yeah.
And every time I do it, they're like, "Oh, did he pass out again? Is he okay?" I'm alright every time. It's just I
I'm
lay down.
relaxing. Leave me alone.
I'm tired. I can't. I don't want to be on my legs. For some reason, my legs hurt all the time.
I didn't have this problem when I was younger.
Didn't have this problem in the 8th grade. It somehow started after the 9th grade.
Oh man. I've got one that's unrelated, but is food related. I know a lot of people eat cottage cheese with like sweet things, like fruit and whatnot. Salt and pepper. I only
You're a
eat
monster.
cottage cheese with salt and pepper.
I do pepper.
You're a monster.
I don't do salt because it's like you're taking a healthy snack and making it like salty.
Depends. Like I'll probably have some of that, when stream is done because I haven't eaten properly today.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's not a good use of sodium. I try and like limit the amount of sodium I intake, and that's not a good one for that's my healthy snack. So pepper for sure. Even maybe some paprika.
Oh.
But yeah, not
I should try
not
that.
salt.
My healthy snack is dying.
I don't want to hear anything about sodium intake. I can down a whole can of Spam and still feel fine.
Yeah.
It's not that
no cans of Spam.
It's not that I don't feel fine. I just know it's killing me.
Yeah.
I might as well eat what I want to if I'm dead, anyways.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
it's
and
probably gonna fuck my body up, but
it also depends on your your genetic makeup too, because like people in my family kind of need the extra salt intake.
Do you guys do the perfect bite thing?
Yes.
What's that?
Where you and I didn't realize this was a thing that multiple people did until a large YouTuber by the name of Jaden Animations made an animation on it, or maybe it was on a podcast. She looks for the perfect bite in the food that she's eating, and she actively eats every bite around that. She starts with the second most perfect bite, and she eats every bite around it and saves that bite for last.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend's friend does that. I think it's so fucking weird.
I I used to do the same thing when I ate pizza. That's how I would eat it, is that I would find where the best section of the pizza by nibbling on it, and I would turn around and eat the crust, fold the pizza, and take bites out of whichever section of what's left tasted good. So I do understand it is weird, but it is a thing.
I don't understand it because like I always have whatever's the best first because I want to enjoy it at its optimal temperature. Usually like the last bite is like it's getting cold. It just doesn't seem to be.
No. You want the best bite to be the last.
No,
bite,
I don't
because
understand
that makes
that.
the dish memorable.
No, that's not how my brain works. I'm not a goldfish. I can remember like the first thing I ate and then the last thing I ate.
I fucking can't.
And judge it as a complete meal.
Sir, I see that you haven't touched the edge of your fillet. Yes, I'm working around the outermost, and then I ate from the center outward.
Yeah, that shit's criminal. If you're like, you get a steak and you're like, I'm gonna leave that for last while it gets nice and lukewarm.
Delicious.
You gotta eat that shit right away.
Get some glorious filet mignon. Eats the coleslaw first.
No, I don't
Who the fuck likes
understand.
coleslaw.
I like coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
I love
Well,
coleslaw.
it depends on the coleslaw.
I don't like
well,
Ziggy's or something, like some like store-bought coleslaw, but
Yeah, like it depends how much sauce is on it, and like because I have a recipe for coleslaw that is the best coleslaw I've ever had, but it's like a drier coleslaw. It's not like coleslaw soup like some
Here's some coleslaw bites in
businesses.
the classroom.
the first step
Yeah.
to a good coleslaw, mayo.
You know, you're not wrong.
I know. That's an important ingredient if you want that creamy slaw.
Yeah, but making your own mayo is not that hard, and it is way better.
Making your own mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking to Oz. He can't even bother to shred his own cheese.
Hey, I want you to know there was a point in time where I would make everything that I would eat fresh.
He even
You can
made
actually afford it.
he even made his own cheese from scratch.
I'd live off of that coyote meat right there.
He used
could.
to
Dry it, you could make a killing probably off of coyote jerky like that.
I used to make, like, when I would make a pizza, I would make the tomato sauce. I would make I would bake the whole. I used to bake my own loaves of bread.
Wow.
And then shit got serious,
Yeah.
and now money's a problem. So
I live off of
Just
microwave
a
meals. You're lucky if I can even figure out how to make meatloaf.
Thank you for thinking. That really doesn't.
Meatloaf is actually not like it's actually
it's
pretty
pretty
painstaking. It can be painstaking though. It's a lot of steps. It's hard to fuck up, but I get that. Speaking of which, that's actually a weird thing. I am terrified of foodborne like pathogens. So like I hate touching. Like I don't understand how people so casually handle raw meats. It like freaks
Oh.
me out. Like if
How
I
do you like your meat then? Do you like it like medium rare or?
No, I mean I'm okay with like cooking it. Like I also use thermometers and stuff. I'm very like I want to be.
It's like touching it, like spreading it.
Yeah, it's the raw part. It's like like
Not
I
a
don't.
raw dogger, I see.
No, like I remember I was at my like girlfriend's mom's house and she touched the turkey and then was like touching other things and I'm like, but you just touched the turkey.
no,
I'm like
yeah,
freaking
no.
out. Like
No.
It's a very real issue. Like if you're doing it at home, you're fine touching it with your hands as long as you wash your hands. But if you're doing it in like an actual like professional environment, you've got to wash your hands and wear gloves.
yeah, like I really like making meatballs, but I hate touching like the raw beef. It just bugs me out. It's like I can't stand it. Like I'm like my brain is just freaking out the whole time. It's just like like you're gonna get a coli or something. It's just like I just really don't like it. But I force myself to do it like almost daily, but
Yeah.
it bugs me out. I'm just really it's like me, and every time I get a cut, I clean it super intensely because I was always terrified of getting tetanus.
An infection.
Yeah, tetanus is, those things scare me. Like, you know, the like little things, little infections.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really afraid of.
Yeah.
I'm aggressive.
I used to think I had a severely intense fear of storms, which sucks living in Oklahoma. I found out it wasn't I had an intense fear of storms. It's the fact that there were storms that could possibly kill people around me, and I couldn't do anything about it because once I started living on my own, storms didn't bother me at all. I was like, oh, there's a storm. I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really bugged out by storms like except when I went camping in a thunderstorm. That was pretty scary. You're in like a metal tent.
Oh my god!
And you can hear it just
tent
crash.
made of metal.
Yeah.
So we we went camping once when I was very young, like 11, and we only had a tarp over us, and a thunderstorm rolled in. That shit is that shit. But I can only imagine. Like, so we had like 2 wooden beams, and then we threw a tarp over ourselves, and that's what we used to cover ourselves.
Oh,
but
wow.
that was whack. But to think of it falling onto a metal roof, the sound it would make.
Well, no, it's not a metal roof, but all the poles are metal, right? Like,
oh, okay.
Because when I go camping, like we'll do like backcountry camping where you load everything on your back and then walk into the woods for 5 days, and like, you know, you go to different sites, but like you're like 100 kilometers away from anybody that can help you, just in the middle of the woods by yourself. And like, yeah, when that thunderstorm happened, it was that was freaky.
I watched a YouTuber named General Sam. He has a couple of series where he goes out hiking. He went on one with his brother. The second they got to the second day, they were in the I believe it was the Appalachian Trail. Tornado sirens started going off.
Oh my god!
Which is like the biggest nightmare.
Yeah. Being out in the
that's
woods.
a huge fear.
Yeah, that's super freaky.
And then another time he went, he got like food poisoning or something. It was throwing up all over the place.
Ugh.
He does not have good luck on that trail. Of course, the final time he went, I don't know if it's the final time anymore. It's been a while. He went with a bunch of his friends, and they fucking did mushrooms. Like, yep, this is the way I'm gonna go.
Absolutely.
And how
not.
did that work out?
I mean, that one went the best. They got lost, but they didn't, like, nobody got sick. Nobody, like, there were no storms. They just lost the trail, got really high. And I believe that's where they came up with the idea to start a D&D series for his channel.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. No, definitely not. My girlfriend's wanted to do that, like go to the woods and take hallucinogens, and I'm like, I don't know that I can do that. That's too free of safety nets. I need something.
Yeah.
You are not a Disney princess. You cannot befriend the bears.
No, I need some tether to reality. Just because, I think of all the worst case scenarios, and I can't handle that. No, thank you. Especially because last time we were camping, people, like, there was a bear at the next campsite. Like, it was on the other side of a lake, because, like I said, you're pretty out there, but you could hear them, like, trying to chase away a bear. I was like,
while you are fucking on psychedelics.
Yeah. I don't believe in Odin that much. I don't think I can just go berserker on a bear high on mushrooms.
I could kill a bear, 100%.
I don't know. With the help of Jesus, I think you could go berserker mode.
Mm-hmm.
Lie, die, 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 die.
That's Oz's famous last words. I think I could kill a bear.
I loved that song.
Before
I'm
he's-
100% certain. Besides a hippo, there isn't an animal out there I couldn't kill.
I guarantee a bear would like. How close have you been to a bear?
I've been pretty close to bears.
Like, there's
A couple times,
there's
actually.
no way without a full arsenal of weapons. There's no way you could kill a bear.
Nah, I could do it.
With what? Just a knife? You versus bear?
My bare fucking hands.
Yeah,
With
right.
the power of God.
Get out of here.
My literal bare hands.
I'm gonna take his hands off.
No chance. My spirit animal would murder you.
Nah, I could take a bear. If it's like, I've always said, if I had to fight a gauntlet of every animal in the world to get $1 billion, I would be stopped at hippo. That's the only animal. Maybe, you know what? I'd be stopped at hippo and any underwater creature.
Yeah, it was like dolphins. You would.
No, I immediately thought of like octopus and like giant squids and shit.
You'd be stopped so before that, you'd be murdered by almost all like big cats.
Nah, I could kill a tiger.
No, you couldn't kill a puma. Get out of here.
I could kill a tiger.
No. I don't even know if you could take a lynx, to be frank.
I think I could have a chance of scaring off a puma.
Oh, for sure, but actually, like, you're cornering it to fight it? No way. No chance. A wolverine, that would destroy you. And this goes for me. I'm not like you're soft. I'm just saying like I don't think that's a reasonable thing.
Yeah, that's not how you human. Humaning is much more fragile than that.
I'm not your average human.
Yeah, humans need tools or else we suck. Humans
Look,
are
all I
not-
know is I've lifted a car off of me. I could probably fight a bear.
How high were you at the time?
Yeah.
I was
That's
at
probably
work.
that's probably the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Right
All
there.
I'm gonna say is Hugh Glass, a trained survivalist, barely survived a grizzly bear fight. And then he crawled for 3 months across the open plains. I don't know, bud. Are you Hugh Glass worthy?
I could do it. I could do it.
I mean, I love the confidence, but my money would be on the bear. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'd have to get home to my girlfriend, so I've got to kill the bear. There's only two options. I die here, or I kill the bear and see my girlfriend again. And
Yeah.
ain't nothing gonna stop me from that second one.
Yeah, the first one.
No,
which is
the
what
bear's
would
dying.
happen. No, your girlfriend will be alone forever because you're murdered by bear. That's
No.
the reality.
You know, one of these days we're gonna be out in a cabin and a bear's gonna attack, and I'm gonna kill it with my bare hands. You're gonna be like, "Oh shit!" What are you gonna
I
do
do
when that?
actually like
What are you
the
gonna do
idea
when
of-
God kicks the shit out of a bear?
I do like the idea of us all going out and camping.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. That's the plan. We're gonna go out camping, do some D&D stuff.
Oh yeah.
Watch Oz get murdered by a bear.
Watch me murder a bear with my bare hands.
Nice.
We'll see if it's bearable.
That too.
That was
Harry
bad,
Allen.
and you should feel bad.
Lol, I can't.
That's fair.
Sengoku, realistically, if I killed a bear barehanded, nothing, no knives, no nothing, how would your view of me change?
I would swear fealty to you.
I mean, no cap.
You'd become
Same.
you'd become king of the north. You could call upon my banners whenever you needed me.
Yeah, that would be a feat of great amazement.
Yeah,
I'd love
exactly.
to see I would love to see the lifetime where this happens, and then almost directly afterwards, like we go to like the medieval fair and someone picks me out of a crowd. I'll take that guy. He looks sweet, and everyone just you guys are just "Ugh,
You're like, don't do it.
that man's dying.
Yeah, yeah.
What weapon do you need? I don't need one.
Just rip them in half.
I love that your test of strength is guy at Ren Fair.
Yeah.
No. My test of strength was the bear. It's just the very juxtaposition afterwards of like, oh, that guy looks weak. He's pretty short.
Also, I've never been to a Ren fair, but do people just wander around picking people out for fights? Is that a regular
No.
occurrence of Ren
So what
fair?
they do, it's really cool actually. They don't really choose people to fight. Instead, they see if you want to fight them in an arena. And they have individuals who like forge the weapons and have learned like Glima and stuff, and it's things that they really love doing. And you can get in there and fight in traditional combat techniques. For most people, they take them easy, but I had a lot of fun last time we went. It can be a lot of fun, especially if you kind of know what you're doing, because then they stop like going easy on you and they start doing like some cheap tactics, and it's fucking fun as hell. Like it becomes a blast.
I'm pretty confident.
So much fun.
I'm pretty confident I could like take like 90% of people at Ren fairs.
And that's a reasonable thought on first glance. And then you think about it, it's the kind of, when it comes to these weapons, it's the kind of people who aren't like your edgy dweeboid who's going to be like, my katana can crush anyone who's near me. It's these motherfuckers like, I have literally read all the Germanic documents involving Zweihander. I would like to engage you now.
Yeah, those things
You
are...
gotta.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you also gotta think like if it's the Renaissance fair, and if they're actually like the people who go out and like do like the full fucking armored fights, they are technically practicing in like what, like about 100 pounds or so of metal. So they're getting good workouts in.
Yeah, Glima, those guys are muscular. It's pretty, like, most of them are pretty muscular, I can't deny. They got their fit.
It's like when you pick someone out. It's like you guys ever watch Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah.
Yes, I love Kung Fu Hustle.
It's the scene where the guy's picking out. Oh, I could take him, and he stands up and he's super buff.
Yep. I love that
That's
scene
Sengoku.
so much.
Yeah,
That's pretty great.
I'm pretty confident that I could...
Yeah, although Sengoku
I'm
is
pretty confident I could
pretty
kill every
tall.
animal except for a hippo and sea animals.
Yeah, it helps that I'm like, in most of the time, I'm the biggest person in an area, so...
Yeah.
When I'm
That's what
not...
they all think.
When I'm not, it bugs me out.
When you see a person who's like 6'7".
Well, it's not even tall, but if they're also like wide.
Oh, I get what you mean.
You know,
like,
when you come face to face with the mountain type of person, and you're just like,
yeah. When Thorskin just walks past you, and it's like, Jesus.
Oh fuck! You know what's funny about that? I'm 5'4". My dad is 6'9". And a giant.
Say that your dad was really tall, yeah.
My dad is a massive man.
But then he fucked like some sort of brownie, or what happened there? Like, how did that work?
I'm about the same height as my mom.
Right.
Yeah, he fucked a brownie. That checks out.
Yeah. Speaking of weird things, do you ever like? Here's a weird thing I do: is do you ever see like a mismatched couple, like just like they're like a weird couple, and then like you can't help but think how weird their sex must be.
No, I mind my own fucking business.
I can't. It's not. No, it's a compulsion. I don't have a choice. I'm just like, well, like when I saw like the mountain and his girlfriend, and I'm just like, but
you're like, what?
The physical what? Like, yeah,
like Shaq and his girlfriend.
That, I mean, big guy with little woman. Wild, but all right.
The opposite is the weirder one for sure. Yeah.
So
I like that one better.
Brienne of Tarth. No, Brienne of Tarth and her husband. Look up Brienne of Tarth, or what? I can't remember her name. She's a sweet lady, but
isn't it like Gwendolyn or something? What's her name?
Yeah, Gwendolyn. Yeah. If you look up her husband and pictures them together, that is, they are a proud couple.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely do not match, but I ain't talking nothing bad about it. Hey, go for it. I just look at the two of them together and I'm like, I did not expect that. That is not the relationship I was perceiving. Man,
People watching. That's another weird one.
yeah.
I don't think the
like
watching
people.
is weird. It's what your mind does with the watching, I think, is the weird part.
Yeah, you just look at them and say, I wonder how they fuck.
Yeah, that's the weird part. The actual watching part, I think, is pretty standard.
Oh, yeah. You just look at somebody, you look them up and down, and you're like, that man probably farts and doesn't tell anyone, excuse me.
It's a very interesting thing to fixate on.
That man probably pees and sinks.
Regular fuckboy.
That woman right over there, she likely doesn't use any methods to halt her periods and their flow.
I mean, that one you can usually tell pretty easily.
Yeah, that one comes with evidence.
Yeah.
That's why it's called people watching, and you're like, oh.
You're like, I did not know what I was getting into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people watching can be problematic.
Yeah, especially if the people don't know that you're watching.
Well, no, that's when it's
Which
not
one of
problematic. It's problematic when they know you're watching.
You're looking at a couple, a man and a woman. You're like, she is definitely the top. You look at a man and a man. I have no idea.
Mm.
Oh, that's the most fun one.
Yeah, you just be like, which one's the top in this relationship?
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes it's easy,
yeah.
but sometimes they're both just like chiseled from stone, and you're like,
Yeah, the two like I've seen on TikTok, the two like muscular men, and they're together, and you're like, do they take turns? Like I don't get this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a Greek Olympic wrestling match every time.
Ew. See, and that's the part that I'm gonna haul right there.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop that right there.
We're gonna halt this train.
Yeah.
I've
Ugh.
made even myself uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm never uncomfortable. I just don't want to make everyone else out there uncomfortable.
And we appreciate that.
Yep. Contrary to common belief, I do have a filter. It is like the filter for a fish tank, but it's there. Broken and sad, but still operating.
Mhm.
Yeah.
People
Any
watching,
other?
people
yeah.
watching is a definite obsession of mine. No, I agree with that.
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, it's fun. You just look at somebody, you look over them, and you look at their finger, and you're like, that's not your wife. Good luck out there, bud.
Well, not everyone has rings.
Yeah, I never wear rings.
It's not. Oh, that's the way. But the joke here is that he's. I didn't say the other him being like in his 50s and she's like 20.
Oh, yep.
That is your wife. Have a happy 6 months, bud.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how long he lives.
Yeah.
She's gonna murder him.
Well, and also sometimes women look good for their age and men don't age as well. So like, and I never wear a ring. I don't wear jewelry of any kind. So
What are you talking about?
what?
I'd say it's like a lot of the times it's like men like they get better looking a lot of the times as they get older.
Well, they do sometimes, but I'm speaking specifically about like me. Like my family ages really well, and so like I have people think that I'm in my 20s all the time, and it's super weird. And then my husband has like this, older gentleman vibe about him. So you know, and
Maybe
the
it's
fact
because
that
he's
I
wearing.
don't wear a
Maybe
wedding
it's because he
ring.
wears slacks and dress shoes everywhere he
Right?
goes.
He has been an old soul since he was 2.
Yeah, whereas I'm
So-
I'm like mid-30s walking around with my Jordans, so everyone thinks I'm like 25.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those, like, you know, I could see somebody wondering if I was the mistress before. And sometimes I am. Woo!
I don't know if that's a woo
Yeah.
moment.
I don't think that's
No,
a woo.
well, the implication being that, you know, role playing and pretending that, you know, like that. Hey, do you come here often? But it's really your own spouse. Never mind. It's a thing. It's
Oh.
You'll
weird.
tell us when we're older.
Yeah, I'll tell you when you're old.
Ah, yes, the old breaking into the house and pretending to be a thief trick.
Ooh.
That's a whole different
No.
one.
Except,
Yeah,
except
that's-
you know me, I'm
Yeah, that-
hardcore to RP, and so I just start stealing my own shit and run out.
Yeah, I don't know how couples can pull off that without laughing their asses off.
Oh no! Don't steal. Wait, what do you? No, don't steal. No, come back. That's your stuff.
Where are you taking it?
Yeah, I don't know how any
You
I don't
take
know
it to
how,
a fence and sell it on the black market for half its worth.
I don't know how any couple can get through any sort of role playing without like absolutely breaking, because it's just silly.
You gotta
Yeah,
be dedicated.
well, it depends. Yeah.
Well, that's just because you're a swell actor, or the laughter is part of the fun.
I think it's because
That's
I'm a
why it's called foreplay.
I think it's because I'm a troll and I just can't help but like, you know, if I see the opportunity to break it apart in a funny way, I have to.
Oh, the patient's been hurt. Well, I'm a nurse, and I'm here to help you.
And you're
How
like,
about you take a
where'd
syringe
you
up
get
your
your
own butt?
medical degree?
This isn't a beach. This is a bathtub.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you sick with? Erectile dysfunction. Well, that's the end of this role play.
You
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. If you can 100% end it in a funny way.
Mhm.
The thing is,
Yeah.
you're just not getting laid anymore.
Are
You
you
gotta
sure?
laugh, but at what cost?
Well, you are, but just in a regular fashion as who you are.
Not if you make her laugh when she's into it.
Yeah.
Then it's like, you killed the mood. But that was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. The teacher role play didn't go so well when the only F I gave her was my homework.
Yeah, she actually started grading my homework, and I just don't know where to go from here.
Yeah, this ain't going well.
Just, I heard you and your girlfriend got into role play. Yeah, I have homework. I can't come out tonight, boys. I have homework. I gotta go get ready for the essay. What essay? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man.
What lesson are we learning this week? Chemistry.
Oh, chemistry, huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
Get out your
chemistry
periodic
homework,
table.
on Monday, and I need your help.
Yeah, we're learning about biology. Did you know bones are full of blood? It's like, what?
No, they're full of marrow. Marrow makes blood.
Yeah. That's blood. Same difference.
Nuh-uh. It
ruining this
manufactures blood.
See, and this is the type of thing that I would ruin it with. Debating whether marrow is truly blood or not.
Yep. That's okay. The right girl will still be into it.
Not if I try my damnedest.
And on that note, we could probably agree that we are all weirdos.
But mostly you.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm beautiful, bitch.
Yeah, mostly
Weird
Sky.
is my culture. All right.
Because you're Californian, you have no culture.
You know,
Oh.
it's true. It's kind of true. A little bit. No. Anyway, you just don't understand Californian culture. But anyway, so we ready to wrap it up?
Yep.
All right. Thank
thanks,
you
Ev.
thank you for joining us for this kind of unkind podcast, and we are really grateful that you hang out with us every week. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and maybe like the video. It really it helps out the channel. And so we'll see you next week.
Y'all
Mwah.
have a good week,
I love
everyone.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy.
Hail Satan.